Expect the unexpected. She's a sweet widow from Nebraska. He's an old metalhead with metal in his head and covered in tattoos. Now that's a twist. Big Brother fans, what's going on? Hey, guess what? There was Veto played, and we have a winner.
That's right. The winner is Brett.
Ha-ha! Brett. Well, I guess there's going to be no surprise that we don't know for sure, but I think he's a smart guy, so come Monday when the veto ceremony comes, I'm sure he's going to take himself off the block, so we'll have to hang out and see who the replacement is. But, yeah, it was the old hide and seek veto. You know, where they go in and hide shit in the house.
They more than hid shit in the house. They made a mess out of that house. Holy cow. I only saw it when the feeds came back, but I've never seen such a train. It looked like a train ran through the place. It was crazy. Yeah,
feeds were down for a long time. Long time. And, well, I guess we better go through it. Well, of course, we have the HOH, which is Fessy and Brett and Scotty. So those three were the players. And then the other three were Tyler, Haleigh, and Angela. Mm-hmm. So those were the six that played. And so they went in, you know, they go through the house, they hide stuff. And then the second half is go in and destroy the house and rip everything apart, trying to find the hidden gems. And yeah, when the feeds came back, it was a disaster.
Yeah. It was an extra disaster, though, because they not only made a mess, they broke stuff.
Yeah, they broke stuff. Scotty, he even said, anything that didn't have carpet on the floor, I dumped milk and liquids everywhere. So they destroyed shit.
Yeah.
They even said somebody got into JC's deodorant, took the cap off and just dug all the deodorant out and then threw everything everywhere. So, I mean, come on. You're hiding a thing this big. It's not in a deodorant thing. So they were just destroying stuff just to destroy stuff.
You know, that disappoints me a little bit. I don't mean to get all moral on everybody here, but, you know, I don't know. Isn't there a limit to even Big Brother? Apparently not.
Apparently not. But yeah, that's what happened. And again, when the feeds came back up, when I saw it, Sam, surprisingly enough, was standing in the kitchen eating pizza while everybody else was running around cleaning up. And I thought that to be very, very strange and odd.
Yeah, Sam, I'm not real sure. We need to probably wait till the show tonight to find out. But she was just like really bummed out about the whole thing. I don't know if she was upset because of what the outcome was, or I don't know if she was just upset because the house was such a mess. But they did get into her stuff, and she had jars with bugs that she was taking care of. I think they broke some of those jars, and she was in that geometry room just like really sulking, seriously sulking.
Yeah, I think it was because of such good care she does take of everything, and she cleans up, and like you said, her little bug collection and this and that and everything. And you see her just about every day in that one little spot in front of her closet, and then she just seems like every day she takes all her clothes out and folds them and puts them back and rearranges and does it just every day.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of just got to her that the house was such a wreck, and that the people that she lives with just has such blatant disregard for everything and anything that isn't theirs. Mm-hmm. So I think that got to her. But it was also Zingbot Day. Mm-hmm. So that's why the feeds were down so long. Not just the competition, but Zingbot was there. And I can't wait to see the show, to hear the zings. Yeah. I caught a couple little hints, but nothing really, you know, they didn't say exactly what they were. Mm-hmm. So I'm really not sure too much. I know they made fun of Fessy. Apparently he is a substitute teacher. Something about him not being the brightest bulb in the pack, and that with him being a teacher, every kid's left behind.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, speaking of Fessy, him and Haleigh were upstairs in the HOH room, and they were acting like an old married couple. Oh my goodness, they were just arguing about everything because Fessy wants Fessy and Haleigh to team up with Tyler and Angela and become the foursome that just rolls the house. He said, because everybody else in the house is just skating through and hoping that these two take out these two. So instead of butting heads and knocking each other out so they can skate to the end, why don't we team up and get rid of everybody else in the house? And Haleigh is not having it.
Yeah, well, I don't think the other two would have it either, but Fessy, he just doesn't have his head wrapped around this game.
I'm sure Tyler and Angela would go up and go, that's a great idea. Okay, we're going to get them out next week.
Yeah. Yeah, they would definitely use that to their advantage.
Yes, they would. But Haleigh, she was screaming, I put Tyler up. I called a house meeting. I listed all the reasons why he needs to go. Why would he work with me? Tyler's going to lie to our face and say it. And Fessy's like, no, I've been talking to him and he's on board. I'm like, this is funny. This is really funny. Yeah. I hope he does it. And I want to see Angela and Tyler do just like I said. Sure, yeah. Guys, we're on board. And then run down and say, hey, Brett, Casey, you're never going to believe this.
That would be fun if that happened. It really would. You're right.
Well, Fessy's plan, much to Haleigh's chagrin, is to use Casey as a pawn, and he wants Scotty out of the house because he's assuming, rightly, that Brett's going to use the veto on himself and take himself down. So that's right. Fessy's plan. Haleigh is not very happy about that.
Well, Scotty's their only ally. Why in the world would they take out the last person left in their little hive group, which has been a nightmare? Why would you do that? Why would you take out one of your own men if you were an army of only 3?
And then I can see why Haleigh's upset, because not only does she have Fessy wrapped around her finger, she has Scotty wrapped around another finger, and he'll do whatever she wants. So that's why she's not having it, because if Scotty goes, then she's got nobody except Fessy.
You know, it's funny how Rockstar was always talking about the little privileged princess, referring to Angela, when actually the princess of the house is Haleigh. She is the princess far more than Angela ever was.
Yep.
She's working everybody, and she's whiny, and she's just manipulative little princess.
Yep, I agree 100%.
Yet Haleigh was her best friend in the house. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, they were best buds from the beginning. Rockstar and Haleigh were like, man, they were always telling each other everything. And Rockstar went home on Haleigh's HOH. How ironic.
Yeah.
But yeah, that side of the house is not faring very well. Their numbers are going, and it doesn't matter if they're HOH or if they're not. Their side always goes home because they're not playing well. The other side of the house is kicking butt and taking names.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Haleigh, she mentioned to Fessy, she was like, why don't you put Sam up there and just see where the votes go? And Fessy said, Sam's a little crazy. I don't want her going off the deep end. I don't want her mad at me being all crazy. And plus, as crazy as she's being, somebody else will put her up and they can deal with her. I don't want to. So that's why he actually wants to call Angela, Tyler, and KC up into the room and have a little powwow and say, here's the deal. We work together. Casey, you go up as a pawn and we get Scotty out. He said, I want to have that conversation before I make my decision. And Haleigh is just, she's beside herself. This is not her plan at all. So I guess I was wrong when I said this is Haleigh week number 2, because she ain't getting her way at all. And she's really mad about it.
That's funny. And once again, is Sam crazy or a genius? Because, she thought she had Tyler. They thought they had Tyler leaving the game. And then right in that moment, that's when she cozied up to Brett. And right now she's acting crazy and nobody wants to deal with the crazy girl.
Yep.
Really, she's staying in the house because they all think she's crazy. So I am really anxious to see this through. I think your theory I think there's some validation to your theory about her being genius.
I think so. I'm not that crazy. And it might be a stretch, but I believe that there's something in there. And you just mentioned Tyler. Let's not forget, he still has something in his hand that he still can use.
Yeah.
He's still got his little cloud app. So if they were if he was to think they were going to try to backdoor him, he still got that in his pocket.
Isn't it crazy that he has had that, how long he has had that and not had to use it?
I know.
That is impressive.
It is very, very impressive. Well, Haleigh mentioned that Thursday, she says, is going to be double eviction night. Well, I don't know, but hey, we shall see. Mm-hmm. But until then, there you got it, folks. You know how we do. It's a little boat at this time. Veto was played. It was won. Brett, he is on the block, so I'm sure he'll be taking himself off. Monday is the veto ceremony, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. And we'll be here on Tuesday to let you know what happened and who went up in his place when he takes himself off.
You don't want to miss a thing, so stick by us. Keep watching for it because we are going to report anytime any activity happens on that show. And tell us what you think.
That's right, because for now, this is BlindViews and
Totally Kathy.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
What we do here is go back.
Oh.